Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? More story times for you. This is my first time in Miami. Best time I ever had in my life. I promise to God, hands down. And especially because I did it on my own. Well, I went with somebody, but you know, for the most part, I did it on my own. Paid my own way. Wasn't no corny family vacation or anything like that. Even though I don't really get along with my family. Let's get into it, man. My first time in Miami, and I hope you don't mind if I knock back a cold one while I talk to you guys because, you know, trying to relax and have a good time. But yes, let's get into it. So, at the time, it was this girl I was messing with, right? And wanted to go somewhere. We wanted to go somewhere for vacation. And I never really did anything like this before. The only time I really went out of state was with family, and I was always a kid. But I never really had that experience of even going with friends somewhere. Well, yeah, at this point, I never really had that experience of going somewhere with even friends on a spring break or something like that. So we decided to go to Miami, and how we did it was I paid for the tickets and she was gonna pay for the hotel and the food. No, we saved up. I paid for the tickets, the plane tickets, and the hotel. I paid for my plane ticket and the hotel for us, and she paid for her plane ticket, and she was gonna cover Matter of fact, no. I paid for the. I'm sorry. I paid for the hotel and I paid for the plane tickets and hotel, and she paid for the food, all the food that we ate over there, and the Uber rides. Because we didn't get a car. We was taking the Uber everywhere we went to over there. So I haven't been to an airport since I was like I don't even remember the last time I went to an airport. So we decided to go to Miami. We got this nice hotel on Collins Ave. The strip or whatever, right next to the beach. We never went to the beach for some reason. I don't know. We just ran out of time. But, we never went to the beach. But we did a whole bunch of other stuff. So anyway, we got a hotel on Collins Ave. Packed up our stuff and we went to the airport. Now, the airport was like, it just looked amazing to me. Like, everything about it fascinated me. Because the last time I went to the airport, last time I've been to one, I couldn't even remember. I was so young, Just all looking around and everything, seeing the hustle and bustle, looking at all the little stores and stuff. I'm like, wow, I'm at the airport right now. Like, I really felt like I was somebody important, I felt like I was about to get on a jet, a private plane or something. But, yeah, we're there. We get on the plane. I remembered, I've been on a plane like twice in my life, but I was so young, I could barely remember the experience. But I remember I always liked to see it take off. Like, I like looking up out the window and seeing it take off. She had a fear of it or whatever, so she closed it and was like scared and she kind of ruined that for me. But luckily I saw that when we went back because she had fell asleep. But that's later on. That's besides the point. Plane takes off, takes us there. We're getting a cab from the airport to the hotel, and I actually recorded it. It was so nice. The weather was so nice out there. Everybody was out in shorts and shirts, and we was the only people coming in a coat, because it was cold in New York at the time, and everything was lit up. Even regular stores like CVS looked like a club because everything was all in neon. Because we got to Miami at nighttime, everything was all lit up and in neon, palm trees, not like regular trees like we have over here in New York. It was actually palm trees because, it was Florida. So gorgeous over there, man. The girls was wearing bikinis and just to go to the store, like, it was crazy, like everybody's out having a good time. You really felt like you was Al Pacino and Scarface. It was beautiful, like everything had lights on it. Everything was lit up. Everything was neon, everything looked like a club. So we got to the hotel, we're checking in, nice little lobby, whatever. There's a man standing there by the desk and a woman sitting down checking us in. So she's talking to the girl. We're gonna call the girl, I'm not gonna use her real name. Let's call her, let's call it Deja. So yeah, so Deja's checking in. The guy was like, would you guys like some champagne? I looked at him like, champagne? You know, because I'm from New York. You don't get champagne, and nobody just offers you champagne when you check into a hotel. At least none of the ones I've ever been to. So I'm like, champagne. He was like, it's free, just like that. That's exactly how he said it. So I was like, all right. Deja declined. Gave me a glass of champagne first off the rip, like just like that. So I'm enjoying myself. I'm looking on the lobby. I'm sipping on some champagne. I don't even care how long it takes to check in. At this point, this man just gave me free champagne. Like, what? So I finish it. We're done checking in. We get up to the room. It's a nice room or whatever. But of course, like, that's how I look at hotels and the pictures and reviews. You know, I chose that specific room and that specific hotel and that specific place. So we go there, we check in, we drop our bags off, whatever. We're like, all right, let's eat. Just walk around, find something to eat. There was a little I think it was Ethiopian food. It was like a little restaurant right next door to it. It was nice. You sat outside, had little string lights going around. You know, other people was there having a good time eating. We ordered this. I'm pretty sure it was Ethiopian food. We ordered this meat platter, bunch of different meats. I don't even remember what all was there. All I remember is some of it was sausage, and that's the only thing I can remember. It's like meat. It was so much, like 4, maybe 5 different types of meat. Like I don't remember what it was, but it was like a meat platter, and you know, had little dipping sauces. It was the bomb. First of all, let's just get that out the way right now. It was delicious, and we just found out by walking around. There's a bunch of little restaurants, but a lot of them were really, really crowded. This one, they didn't really have that many people, but it was still nice. Pretty sure it was Ethiopian food, like I said. You sat outside, you know, it was really nice. So we did that. After that, I'm trying to remember. I think we just walked around the area for a little while, you know, after that. And then we went back to the hotel, chilled there. The next day, we got up. What did we do? My memory is shot. I'm so young, but I have like the memory of a 60-year-old. So you guys gotta forgive me. Like, I don't know if it's because on a daily basis I just be having a lot on my mind. Things be all over the place, you know. But I really gotta like go back to the vault to try to bring back a memory sometimes. So I apologize for that. But the next day the next day we went to this place called Wynwood Walls. It's an art district in Miami, and if you ever go to Miami, I highly suggest you visit that because it's basically graffiti art on these abandoned what were abandoned buildings. Well, there still are a lot of abandoned buildings in the area that they use as basically a canvas, you know, and it's really gorgeous, you know. It was just a whole bunch of it's not like graffiti names, it's like actual like murals. There's pictures, there's sayings like, oh, welcome to Miami. They had one, it was like you was in New York. It was like a whole Manhattan street. And it had the police cars, the cabs, the lights. And I took a picture. I'm from New York. I definitely had to take a picture in front of it. But it definitely was like a whole street scene of Manhattan in New York. And I found that pretty cool because you basically brought New York to Miami, to Florida. You brought New York to Florida, you know? So it was a bunch of artwork over there. There was actually an art gallery inside of the building over there that we went into. And it was paintings, actual collections of art that people made out of like items and stuff like that behind glass. And every year they switch it up. You know, they white out the graffiti art or whatever, the painted art on the wall, whatever you want to call it, and then new artists come and they make something else, you know. So it's always something new whenever you go over there. And we definitely hit that up. We took a bunch of pictures. That was actually really nice. I actually really enjoyed that. There was an art sculpture somebody made out of a broken plane. It was pretty nice. It's all outside, except for that art gallery. But we did that. After that, we went to this little cafe. Florida has alligators, so over there it's like a delicacy. You can always find gator bites in like little in restaurants over there and stuff. So they had gator bites. This was my first time ever trying alligator. I definitely would eat it again. It kind of tastes like chicken. Like it tasted like chicken with herbs on it. You know, it was definitely cooked with herbs, and it was delicious. Little gator bites, and it was good. I liked it. You know, I approve. So we did that. We hit up a bar. The guy actually was from New York, and he was like off the rip. He was like, "Are you guys from New York?" I was like, "How'd you know?" He was like, I can just tell. Like somebody not from New York, somebody like anybody around here, they can just tell when somebody's from New York. So I think he said he too was from New York, but he moved here a long time ago. I think that's what he told us. But he was a really cool guy. I'm pretty sure we left him a tip. It started raining over there, and we're like, damn, you know, because it was raining hard. He was like, don't worry, whenever it rains over here, it's only for like 5 minutes. Boy was not lying. It literally rained thunderstorms for 5 minutes. Oh man, yo, that place was. And I always thought to myself, if I could live anywhere in the world, it would have been Miami, because I'm always a relaxed, laid back type of person, you know, like. But that's like a party city, you know. It's like a party place. So I guess, you know, I don't know. But I always said that growing up, even though I haven't been there. I only seen it through movies and, you know, pictures and whatnot, you know. But we definitely hit that place up. What else? After that, we went. First of all, we was in Miami for like 4 days. I can't remember exactly what we did on each certain day, so I'm just gonna tell you everything that we did. After that after that bar, we went to we ordered some food. We went back to the hotel and ordered some food. Then we did some shopping. You know, we did some shopping with some clothes shopping. I got a pair of sneakers or whatever. There's a bunch of places, like, they're so close to each other too, because we was right there on the strip, Collins Ave. I don't know why we didn't go to the beach. I guess we didn't really bring anything anyway to go to the beach. But we always could have bought something, but I guess we just ran out of time, you know. Still a fun experience overall. Still the best I've ever had in my life. That was the most funnest time I ever had. Definitely, your mind will definitely be at ease over there. Like, there's so much to take for your mind to be. So much to take your mind off your personal problems and things that you got going on back home. You know, you can't beat it, you know. You really can't beat it. I remember us walking around. We saw this couple that just got married. They're walking around. She's in her wedding gown with the flowers or whatever, and the groom is walking in his suit or whatever, and everybody's like, woo, clapping or whatever every time she walks past somebody. You got the girls walking around in bikinis, just, you know, bikinis and flip-flops, slides, whatever. You know, but that's the vibe, you know. That was the vibe. Everything just looks so nice over there, like you was in Cuba or something, you know. I picked up some souvenirs too. I definitely brought something back for my friends or whatnot. You know, a little something for myself. Then me and Deja was like, we need some liquor, we need some alcohol, you know. So we found this store called I Love Liquor. Literally, it's called I Love Liquor. That's the liquor store. That liquor store is fire. We go there. They had all type of liquors there. They had chasers there, sodas and juices in the freeze in the little freezer thing. They had clothing. They had like hoodies and t-shirts, apparel that says I Love Liquor. Like, that store was really cool. You know, we bought a bunch of stuff. Bought a bottle, whatever. We bought like two. I think we bought like 2 bottles. We didn't finish it that same night, but we bought 2 bottles. We was definitely chilling, you know. Next day, we went to where did we go? We went to there was a strip where you used to be able to drink and walk around with alcohol, open container right there on the strip. But I guess things was getting too crazy, as I could imagine. So they made that illegal. You know, they stopped that. So you actually had to be indoors when you're drinking. So we went to this place called Wet Willie's, I think it's called, and we just had a drink in there. We was hanging out, you know. Um, at the time, I think I had a Did I have a Yankee on? No, 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 no. I had a Yankee shirt. I had a Yankee shirt on. And then, you know, we saw a couple guys standing at the corner hanging out, you know, right there on Wet Willie's, because at this time we're leaving now. We're going back to the hotel. He was like, "You guys from New York?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I'm from New York too. I'm from the Bronx, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Really? I'm from the Bronx. What? Yo, we dapping each other up, like talking. It was really cool. They really made us feel at home, you know. It was like, "Yo, welcome to Miami." You know, he was like, "I'm from New York, but I live here now. I hope you're having a good time. You having a good time?" Like, you know, it was really cool. It was nothing but jokes and smiles and laughter, you know. Then we ended up we took a cab to this place. We took a cab to this place called I think it was called Black Top. It's called Black something. Blackbeard, something like that. I can't remember right now. But it's basically like a bar slash lounge slash club, and it's off the hook. We took a cab there, right? We get in, place is jumping, you know, you got your little, it basically how it was is there was a bar in the middle, nothing but like bar, little bar, what do you call them, like the, with the leather seats, it's like you're in a diner, you know, with the leather seats, you know how you got the leather seats on each side and you got the table in the middle, they had that going around in a huge square. Then in the back was like a club, like you go through the back, there's another little bar there with a female bartender. All the bartenders were female, and then it's a dance floor. You know, you got the DJ up on a you know, that high block or whatever with his table and lights going all over the place. So me and Dave's just there, and I forgot what drink she ordered, but I was ordering Hennessy, but I said, "Miss, can you make it sweet?" She made that thing so sweet, tasted like juice, and that was my mistake because it tasted just like, I could not taste any alcohol whatsoever. But I knew there was Hennessy in there. But since it tastes like juice, I just kept getting like glass after glass, like it was like cup after cup, like the whole time we was there. I think I had at the end. I think I had about 5 or 6 cups. Nah, it's probably like 5 cups. I probably no, yeah, like 5 cups, give or take. So we go there, you know, we go out to the, you know, we get our drink or whatever. We take it to the, you know, we get our drink from the bar. We stood there talking for a little bit, drinking it. Then we go to the little club area. You know, we dance a little bit or whatever. I keep getting more drinks. She got a couple more drinks. She had less than me, but it wasn't Hennessy. It was something else. I just don't remember it. We ended up going back to the regular bar, you know, in the lounge area to just chill and talk. We meet up with this dude. He was the only white man in there with I think he had on some brown pants and sandals. The only man there in sandals. And he addressed that too, by the way. But anyway, we met up with him and he ends up talking to us. First he ends up buying us a drink. Then he ends up talking to us. He was a really cool guy. You know, he told us that his job, I forgot what he did, it makes him travel from state to state. So he was telling us a whole bunch of places. He was there by himself. He was telling us a whole bunch of places that he checked out that we gotta go to. He was like, if you go to New Orleans, you gotta go to this soul food spot. If you ever go to Atlanta, you gotta go to this strip club. If you ever go to Texas, you gotta go to this restaurant. He just knew everything off the back of his hand, and he was just telling us. And me, I'm taking notes. Like, I'm typing this stuff down in the notepad on my phone. Like, you know, he was a really cool guy. I bought him a drink too. You know, he was funny too. He was there by himself, and he was funny. He was like, "I'm the only man here in sandals." We started laughing. He was like, "I see you not. And the song, they're playing all the good songs. They're playing all the old school stuff. So a little bit of new school. I remember the security guy. He kept tapping my shoulder because now at this point it's getting crowded. I kept blocking the entrance to get into and out of the bar, you know, for the patrons and the bartender. So I remember that. I'm like, all right, you know. Keep tapping my shoulder. You know, it's getting crowded in there, so I kind of keep gravitating over to that entrance, that doorway. I remember that. I don't know why, but it's the little details that you always remember for some reason, and you never know why. But he was a cool guy. His name was Nick. He gave me his number to ever hit him up, like if I'm ever in the city that he's in or whatever. I never hit him up, but You know, he's a cool dude. He tried to sell us some sneakers because his little side hustle was selling sneakers. And I remember Deja was already tipsy, so she just told the truth in front of the man's face. He showed us these Adidas. It wasn't the old school ones. It was some kind of new age, new era type of sneaker where they try too hard and it comes out ugly. She looked at them. He was like, I'll sell you these right now, blah, blah, blah. She was like, those sneakers are ugly. like right in front of him. And he just smiled, I think at me, but I was just laughing. She didn't realize she did it, and because I told her like the next day, like, yo, you know, you said to that man's face, those sneakers is ugly. The ones he was trying to sell, like that's this man's side hustle. She's like, oh, I didn't know I said that. I didn't realize it, blah, blah, blah. But he tried to, they really were ugly though. I'm not even gonna lie. They were some black and pink Adidas, new era, new age, BS crap, but they really were ugly. He was like, any sneaker you want, I can get them for you. And it was loud at this point, so he's yelling. He's like, any sneaker you want, I can get them for you. Hit me up. I got you. I got you. You won't get a better deal. His prices, they didn't really sound like he was getting a deal. It sounded like he was paying full price for the damn thing, you know? But he was a cool guy. He was like, you're not busting the moves out right. You gotta go like this. And, you know, I didn't want him to, like, outshow me in front of Deja. So, you know, I'm doing something and then we both just dancing. And it's like, you know, later on, back at the hotel, she said that, you know, we just looked kind of corny when we was doing that. But I didn't really care. You know, I was having fun. I was in Miami. You know, I was just doing me. I was being myself. So it was nothing but good vibes and a good time all around, you know. At the end of the night, I remember her saying, "Well, all right, it was really nice meeting you." I gave him the pound, the bear hug. You know, I was really happy to meet the guy. You know, people outside of New York, where I come from, they're just not as open like that. You know, they're not as stuck up either. Well, no, they are stuck up over here, but over there, like, people are just so friendly and open, and they're not really stuck up at all. Like, you know, when you go to these outside places like Miami and pretty much anywhere from where you come from, you know, at least that's what it is for me. So it was really refreshing and enjoyable to just experience something like that, even to just meet someone like him, you know. So the next day I woke up in the hotel. I go to the bathroom. I see the clothes that I wore the night before to that place on the bathroom floor. So I'm like, what? Why is my clothes in there on the floor? So I pick it up. There's like little flakes of vomit on the shirt. I'm like, what? What the hell? So I go to Deja. I'm like, what happened? She's like, you don't remember, do you? I'm like, no, what happened? She's like, well, we was leaving, and you was drunk. I'm like, I was drunk. She's like, yeah, you almost threw up. She said you threw up right before you got in the cab. We got in the cab, went back to the hotel. You threw up in front of the hotel. You came up here. You threw up in the toilet, and which got on your clothes. And then I made you take them off, put on your sleeping clothes, and that's when you went to sleep. I'm like, because I had no memory of this, and then I realized I know it's because of all those damn cups of Hennessy that I was drinking. The bartender made it so sweet. I never had Hennessy so sweet in my life. It literally tasted like juice from the carton that you bought at the supermarket for your kids. Literally. Oh man, but that was the same day we was leaving, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to get these clothes washed. And that was the first thing I did as soon as I got home back to New York. I washed those clothes. Because I can't stand just having, I can't stand having dirty clothes just lying around. I can't stand that, especially with vomit on them. Like, they got to get cleaned ASAP when it comes to me. But that's what she told me. When we left to go to the cab, I still saw the residue, the stain on the floor outside of the entrance to the hotel where I previously vomited at the night before, apparently when we got back in from that place. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe that happened to me, because I don't drink to get drunk. I really don't. I drink until I feel nice, and that's it, you know? But because those cups were so sweet and it was basically like juice, I was having such a good time. I wasn't thinking about I should slow down, or, you know, I've had enough, or, you know, have I had enough? But, you know, it is what it is. It happened. You know, like I said, we move on, you know. You can't dwell on the past because there's nothing you could do about it. But at the end of the day, I had a pretty great, lovely, gorgeous time. It was like the best, most fun time I ever had in my life. Honestly, I would go back there again. I'm not messing with that girl anymore. But, you know, I don't regret going there with her. It was still fun. You know, it was cool. It was fun vibes. It was everything about it was fantastic. I really enjoyed myself. It was really beautiful. We take the cab back to the airport. We get on the plane. I get to watch through the window, you know, the plane take off the runway and, you know, our descent into the sky amongst the clouds and the gods and all that. And I remember this lady wanted my seat. She wanted me to switch seats. You know, this lady wanted me to... No, that was a different time. That's when I went... Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. I'm getting my memories mixed up. That was when I went back to Florida to visit one of my friends. But that's a different thing. But, yeah, man, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. And as always, stay safe.